Hi everyone! So recently I have been loving heatless curls to style my hair. I'm trying to use as little heat as possible on my hair just to help it grow and to stop damaging it. So the curls that I have currently I did using Flexi rollers like this, curl clips and just this little water spray, and I will show you how I did it. So my hair just now is just kind of wavy. I haven't really styled it. I washed it yesterday. You can also use this method on hair that's just freshly washed and just, you know, blow dry it a little bit or leave it to air dry like 60%. I'm going to start off with dry hair. And if you're starting off with dry hair, you're going to want a little spray bottle with just some water in it. So I just detangled my hair using the Tangle Teaser. So I'm just going to section my hair into 3 sections, starting with the bottom layer. I'm just going to brush through this layer again to make sure there's no tugs. The smaller the section you do, the tighter the curl will be, and kind of the bigger the section, the looser the curl will be. So I want pretty tight curls, especially on the bottom, because I find they just fall out the quickest. So I use pretty small sections on the bottom layer. So I'm just going to take this section. I say it's probably about an inch long. So you'll get my little spray bottle and do about 3 or 4 sprays on the end, just so it's kind of damp. And then I'm going to run my fingers through again. Now I'm going to brush it to make sure it's smooth, because if you don't get the ends smooth, it can frizz out quite badly, especially because my hair is frizzy to begin with. So I'm just going to get a roller, and you want to roll away from your face. So I'm turning this on away from my face, and then I'm just going to continue to roll up, and I tucked the end in like really neat and tidy there. So you want to keep it rolled up really smoothly all the way to the top, and then just fold it in place just like that. So you want to just continue that for the rest of your hair. So I'll do another section to show you. I always kind of finger comb it through just to make sure it's smooth, because I've done this so many times and had like really frizzy ends, and it's just, they're pretty hard to get rid of once you've kind of set the style. So a few spritz, just finger comb it through, and start at the bottom, making sure all the hair's kind of tucked in the same direction. Start rolling away from your face and then roll it up nice and smoothly, like so. So I'll show you one more at the bottom. Just get the hair, a few sprays. Also, when I do the spray, I kind of focus more on the bottom. I find that I don't really need it all the way up the hair, just a few on the bottom to make it damp, or kind of to the mid-lengths. And secure it in place. I'm doing the middle section of my hair, and this section can be a little bit harder because I have dodgy layers. I have hair that is, you know, the layers are just pretty uneven, and I have bits that are longer and then way shorter. So for this section it can be a little harder to get it rolled on evenly because the ends are uneven. So if you have bad layers like me, or if you have layered hair that is nicely layered, I'll show you how I kind of put on the layered section, just because it can be a little bit more difficult. So I will take a section that has a longer and shorter part, just like here. So the hair here that I have, if you can see, it's kind of got layers in it. These parts are shorter and then it's quite long at the end. So I just do the exact same thing, just brush it through, put some sprays on the end, but then because it's not all the one length, I start rolling instead of right at the bottom, because if you start rolling at the bottom you're just going to lose those bits of hair, they won't stay on. You know, it'll be difficult, they'll kind of start falling down. So what I do is I kind of start where the shortest layer starts. So the shortest layer is about there. So I put the roller there and turn the shortest layers around. You can see them kind of sticking out there. Turn them around so that hair kind of overlaps over them, so that you've tucked in all those ends there. And then when you start rolling up, that will just cover all of the layered parts. So now you can see it's nice and smooth. There's a little end sticking out there, but that's okay because it's tucked in neatly and it's just like the very end of the hair. So then I will just roll to the top and secure it in place. So for layered sections, that's just the easiest thing to do. It means that all the hair is tucked in and the curl will turn out much more smooth and less frizzy. Now I've just put all my rollers in and I've only got the top section of my hair left out. So for the top section, I actually don't use the Flexi rollers because I don't know what it is, but on the top section, because my layers are the shortest, I think, sometimes it turns out quite frizzy with the rollers. So instead I just use these little curl clips and I roll the hair around my finger, and I'll show you what I do. So on the top section, I just do the same thing, get the hair, spray, but then instead of putting the roller in, I just use 2 fingers to turn the hair around and make like a little circle, and then I turn that all the way down my head till I get to my scalp, and just put this through the middle of the circle to hold it in place, and this way the curls just come out much more smoothly doing that on top. So now I have all my rollers and little pin curls on top set in place. I'll leave the curls to set for about half an hour, or sometimes even less, sometimes just 20 minutes to leave them to set. If you want your curls to be ready faster, so if you only want to leave them in for about half an hour, I would say just use less sprays of water, just like 1 or 2 sprays. Or if you've got like all day, or you want to sleep overnight with the curls on, then you can make it a bit kind of damper because it will obviously take longer to dry. I didn't use too much water this time, so I'm just going to leave it for about half an hour and they should all be set within half an hour. A good way to check is just to like take one curl out, or to take one roller out, and just to see how they're doing before you kind of take them all out. Yay! So that is all the rollers and little pin curls out. So I don't usually brush my hair after I've taken these out because it can kind of frizz the curls up and it just ruins the look and they can just fall out really quickly. I usually just run my fingers through a little bit, and the curls are really nice and tight. Sometimes they can turn out a little really super tight and ringlety, but it's good because they fall, as the day goes on they kind of become more loose. So I'll show you my hair at the back. Yeah. And the great thing about these curls is they last so well. They last better than I've ever curled my hair with curling irons or with straighteners. They just last so much longer. I can get a good 2 or 3 days out of curls like this. And it's okay if your hair, if you take them out and your hair's still like a little bit damp. It kind of, you know, it just dries in. It just dries in fine and the curls will just stay as they are. If you do have any frizz at the ends, I'm prone to frizz. It's actually not too bad right now. I don't really have any crazy frizzy patches. But if you do have any frizz, then you can just take a little oil and run it through at the ends. I have this Argan Secret Miracle 10 leave-in spray treatment. So I'm just going to spray a little bit on the ends of my hair just to make it super shiny. So thanks for watching, and I hope this video is helpful if you've never tried out heatless curls before, or you wanted to try a method to curl your hair that's less damaging than using heat on your hair. Bye!